welcome back to the Kings of Rugby. The Rugby 18 series that is returning here today as we journey on to take the Kings to the very, very top. Today, we are on the midway point of Division 4. If you can't remember, that's okay, because it's been a while between episodes on the Kings of Rugby. Today, we are taking on Narbonne in our mid-season game in Division number 4. Here is the Southern Kings side, and it is talented. If you've seen the series throughout, you know this side is full of ability. Rieko Ioane, Dan Carter, Scott Williams, the entertainers throughout Division 4. As underway we quickly go, and we are into the action with Rieko Ioane. Now, it's been a fair old while since we played some Rugby 18, so expect a little bit of rust. There's a good turnover there after an early run from Rieko, and it's Narbonne with the ball. An early use and a good little sidestep too puts us in a bit of trouble. And we are almost down in our 22. It's a bit of a run here from Danny Kerr. Gets us outside of our 22. Now we've got to look to attack. Back Carter, keeping it alive nicely. Sinclair's there as well. Emanami way to Campagnaro. Antonio, back to Issa. Oh, the ball's been spilt. That's not a good way to clear your lines at all by the Kings. And that's surely offside, is it not? It's not. We've survived somehow on our side, keeping it alive. On the 22, we are playing a very dangerous game at the moment. Running it off is here. Looking wide we go. Campagnaro looking to attack. He's taken. And it'll look like a very, very high tackle. Issa. Antonio. Rieko Ioane's going backwards. Where are the Kings of Rugby going? I'm not sure. But either way, it's not very good. Sinclair.
Advantage.
Gets a bit of a scamper. It's advantage to the Kings. We are stuck really inside our own 22 as Danny Kerr socks us sideways and into touch near the halfway line. The referee says no advantage there. And boy, oh boy, are we struggling or what? Starts the other side. This is still on the highest difficulty. I think it's pro. Where we left the series off, we have carried straight on, and a great kick from Daniel Carter after 15 minutes puts us pretty much from 22 to 22. Kings of Rugby back on your screens. It's great to have the series back. A few of you have been asking for it as well. So what a turnaround this is. Mbonambi will throw in for the Kings, and to the back and nicely goes, and Kerr finds a little bit of support. Oh, Matty Banners just got destroyed, and no one's gone into the breakdown, which is a bit odd. Now Mbonambi is the solo runner in there. We're not quite nailing these timings, are we, at all too well, which is a bit of a shame. Even Dan Carter's getting in there, but eventually we lose out on the ball still. Good tackle around the bootlaces, jumping in Campagnaro. Oh, a mistake. Oh, that could be trouble for us though. We're looking to force a turnover on some poor running attack. Here is Rieko Ioane. Oh, Rieko! Through one he goes. Bulldozing his way through. Here's Danny Kerr. Kerr down the short side. Danny Kerr in towards the 22. The Kings lose the ball. We were looking for that first returning try. Here's Charles Piatow in danger. Oh, he's got rid of him. Dan Carter hits the ruck first. The twinkle toe moves that we had before aren't quite there yet. There's a great run from Campagnaro. Puts us in again. Danny Kerr. We've got advantages. It is quickly over. We don't want to use the ball because mauls are an absolute mess. If you know the game, you'll know that mauls are tragic. Here is the ball out to Scott Williams. Scott Williams. Advantage is over, and Scott Williams does not care. What a bulldozing run from Scott Williams. Great run there from Danny Kerr as well. The game is still poorly optimised as ever. We've gone away to Antonio. We've got so many numbers on the left-hand side. It is all the Kings of Rugby. What an offload out to Rieko Ioane. Chances to one. I only seem to know one ball of attack at the moment. Wide one to Scott Williams. Oh, Scott Williams! Shrugging them away like they are flies out in the barbecue. Keir. Antonio, look at the big man go. So many numbers in support. Banahan. Oh, how can they butcher this, the Kings? I tell you what, they've done it somehow. Carter, wide. Rieko Ioane, this will be the try. Finally, the Kings will score. Rieko Ioane, and that is the first try on return for the Kings of Rugby. Boy, we made hard work of that, didn't we? Way out on the right side of attack, we had so much room. Banahan caught the ball awkwardly, had to backtrack and lost all that momentum. The star-studded side full of international superstars up against Narbonne, and an early bit of possession for the trailing side has been all they've had to reward themselves with. Is Daniel Carter, with just over a minute to go on the clock, will be lining up his first shot at goal. And the first for the Kings of Rugby as well. Slight breeze coming over his right-hand shoulder. Daniel Carter. Oh, precision from the maestro and the number 10 jumper. Carter adds another 2. It is 7-0. As a deep kick finds Scott Williams, who's going to look to return this with a little bit of interest. He gets it over halfway. The chase from the Kings players also. It's not bad either. Oh, and over that was Sinclair. Very quickly too was the big English prop. Two-man tackle almost there. As the Kings again look to attack at the breakdown. Change of directions there. And shrugging away at Danny Keir. Nowhere through there. We've lost it. Sinclair's got it. And Sinclair has decided to look for a bit of a grab before changing one. Another intercept goes the way of Narbonne. And the ball sits around halfway. A flat pass. Looking for the width on it. Dan Carter. Another good tackle from the veteran fly half. Narbonne. Go flat once more. Oh, a hefty shot there. Now Sinclair's over it. And here come the Kings of Rugby. Change of direction. That's the tone of the play. Keir short. Oh, Rieko Ioane. And he sits on halfway, shrugging away defender after defender. Second wave takes him out though. Advantages there with the Kings. As shrugging away now, Antonio. He's over the halfway line and 10 metre as well. Shrugging all defenders away. Big man running hard up towards the 22. Gray in midfield. Campagnaro and Benami doesn't go the right way. He looks to get the ball back in return. It's Ian Henderson. Here's a big pull timber. Running free as well. It's there now for Keir. Danny Keir. Another good run from Keir. And now the English flyer, scrum half, I should say, having a stormer at the moment. It's Dan Carter's. He's not knocked that on. He's just dropped it completely. As we continue on, over half-time we go. Kyle Sinclair, the big man. Charging straight through the guts. Here is Danny Keir. He has been enormous, has Keir, and he'll go over for the second. The Kings score 2, and Narbonne have nothing to offer in resistance. Danny Keir, take a bow. He's been sublime. Kyle Sinclair, look at him go. Head down. He was charging. Keir saw this. Went bang straight through the number 8. Don't see that. 9 over 8. Too often at all. Let's go alongside Rieko Ioane will be Danny Keir as we start to get a hang of the controls. Bulldozing run. Just caught short, but in the same motion of going to ground, Danny Keir was able to just put that one over his head and dot down for the try. Dan Carter has been probably a bit inconsistent for his likings here today. He made one crucial error just inside the 22, which should have been the try for the Kings. He scuffed that completely, but overall, he has been a chief in command, a playmaker like we expect from him. Converting the second try as we head to half-time. It is the Kings of Rugby 14, Narbonne 0, and we have 40 minutes of action still to come. Of course, we do have substitutes available if we want to use them, just so those unfamiliar with the side, straight back into it. Antonio Umbanami and Sinclair the front row, Gray Henderson in the middle, Todd Byrne, Facundo Issa and Scott Higginbotham, who haven't even said his name yet, sit at number 8. Danny Keir, Dan Carter, Rieko Ioane on the left, Scott Williams, Mikel Campagnaro at outside centre, Matty Banners on the right wing, and Charles Pietau, of course, at fullback. We still have Kieran Brooks on the bench, Anton Goodman, of course, Sean Cronin, via Fafita, Vinny LaRue, Dylan Lads, Tommy Bow, and Makazola Mapimpi. On the bench, of course, the original king will never leave the side. Makazola Mapimpi will always be there. We won't change anything yet. Everyone seems quite nice, and we are chugging along nicely at the moment. We made half the tackles, and we need 14-0 over Nabone. Daniel Carter, of course, running the ship here. What can he hook up for the boys outside him? Carter kicks off a high one. Oh, very good one too. Is it short enough? Oh, just, but a well-taken ball from Narbona. Turns straight back. Carter at first receiver. Swats away one, Denny Kev. Wow, he is playing possessed rugby today. They look right side. Skipping out of one is Scott Williams, and he meets a hefty hit. And there's no scrum half, so the ball is stolen and thrown away from Narbona. Running across there was Mikel Campagnaro, and actually Narbona have run this into touch. What's a bizarre, what do you call that, start of the second half, I guess you could say. Crazy stuff from the trailing side. Narbona at the moment not doing much to help their cause. Here is the line outs, and it's taken in the middle, and they're looking to more that forward, but Kerr says no, I want the ball. Carter goes shallow, then goes deep runners as well. Johnny Gray out wide. Johnny Gray taken, and a big shot too. Need a scrum half, and it's the biggest number 9 in World Rugby, Facundo Wisa. Here is Rico Ioane. Oh, he's charging Rico, and he is a dangerous player. Kerr to Carter, pops it off to Mbanambi, away to Kyle Sinclair. Oh, Sinclair, look at him go. The big man doing the hard yards. But he runs out his puff pretty quickly, does the big man. He's offsides all over the shop at the moment. There's a great ball there, out wide to Matt Banahan, coming off the right wing, on to left wing, Matty Bennett. Oh, the dive, the celebration. The Kings of Rugby and Matty Bennett combined on the left-hand side for the right winger. Way off his line, and it was all created from Antonio, who did brilliantly to free that. What a finish as well from Matty Banners. Love it, absolutely love it. There was Antonio, actually broke that tackle and then fired the offload out to Matt Banahan, who did the rest. What a finish. And we are for some reason playing what looks like a Scarlet's logo on the flags. Bizarre. 19-0. The Kings of Rugby over Narbona, doing things well in our return fixture. We've got 3 games left this season, picking up where we left off. My goodness, it's been a long time since we've played a little bit of Rugby 18. Hope you're all enjoying the return of the Kings of Rugby. Here is Daniel Carter. Oh, wow. He's really shanked that one out wide, has the veteran. And astray it will go. Kings lead just 19-0 over Narbona. Here's Tide Burn. Oh, that is a real chop block tackle, whoever I've seen one. Here's Facundo Wisa. Isa, again, same fate suffered by the Argentinian. Here's Denny Kerr, intercepted, and a well-played intercept as well. No scrum half. We could have done something with that if we got it. Oh, breaks through the middle. Well-played too from Narbona. They might be in to score here. Inside the 22. What can they do? Straightening up nicely, but losing the ball. And it's fired. What the hell? What? Where'd the ball go? What just happened? It's a scrum. I passed it back to kick, and the ball is just flowing. Didn't go. I have no idea what just happened. Everyone still remembers the settings for the scrum. Narbona get the first early here. This is a little bit too easy at the moment, isn't it, for the Kings of Rugby. 19-0 they lead, and they look like they're going to demolish the scrum as well. Kerr away to Scott Williams, who gets the wheels rolling, does Scotty Williams. It goes back to Banahan, away from Carter, and Banahan in a bit of a struggle match at the moment as he tries to bust out of the 22. There's some advantages. It's gone out wide. Once again to Scott Williams, who hammers this downfield, but only as far as Noel fullback, who's going to look to run this back. Oh, and Mbanambi rips his head off with a huge tackle. Oh, another big one there as well. Tight burn this time, putting in a bit of damage. Intercepted here, and it's been grubbled on the ground. Kim Bagnaro's picked it up and given it away to Rieko Ioane. Ioane for the corner. The number on defense. They won't stop him. Oh, he twirls and he shorts. Controversy as they'll both turn it over and they hammer it into touch. Wow, how did they stop that? Line out is the call. Let's see how we go. We're a 3-man line out. I thought the bonus point was on offer there, but we somehow didn't manage to get it away. Well, I knew this was going to happen. It's a contested line out straight away. Not our best work, that's for sure. We lose the ball. Oh, but Danny Kerr comes flying out of nowhere, and they're going to kick again. This one's going to go straight down the throat of Matt Banahan. Already got one try to his name, does Matty Banahan, and he slices and he dices. Banahan through, one to beat Banahan. Oh, great tackle. We need a scrum half and we get one delivered. It's away to Mbanami. And the Springbok hooker charges into the 22. Danny Kerr says, oh, we have another one. Oh, Danny Kerr taken out. And a great tackle. Carter quickly. Away to Ioane. Rieko Ioane all by himself on this left-hand side. Needs some friends in black. Doesn't find them. And the ball is hacked away again. This time it's Antonio. And here's the big lumbering prop. The big prop. Nowhere to go but forward. And he does very well with it as well. Looking for that fourth try, the bonus point try for the Kings of Rugby. Kim Magnara away to Gray. Gray's held up in the tackle. He's looking to shrug away that one defender. He does so and then gets smashed in a pretty hard tackle. There is an offside penalty coming the way of the Kings. And away goes Mbanami to Ioane. Ioane once more. Ioane for another try. And Rieko Ioane is unstoppable. The bonus points and the win in the bag for the Kings. Very little offered back from Narbonne, but look at this. Good work all round. Carl Sinclair away to Rieko Ioane. And the defenders just sat off him, and you cannot allow a player like Rieko Ioane too much space because, well, simply put, this is what he does to you. Busts through one, speed round the outside, cuts back in on the good tackle from behind. But gets taken out around the bootlaces. Daniel Carter lining up now. I've just noticed something. They've actually got Dan Carter kicking right-footed, don't they? He's already taken 3. This is his 4th. What about his ear? They have. Dan Carter is left-footed. Oh, it's those small things in life, isn't it, my friends? The small things that we miss out on. Dan Carter from the sideline. That's more like it. Left foot, right foot, doesn't matter. Daniel Carter adds the extras. And we finish things off 26-0. 4 tries. Bonus point in the bank for the Kings of Rugby. Well, we smoked these guys' first game of the season as well, or earlier this season. Thought we might get a bit of a challenge since it's been so long since we've played a little bit of Rugby 18. But no, we've come here and we have delivered another impressive display in the Kings of Rugby jersey. We had a little bit of defence. Narbonne had a bit of the ball as well. 4 tries, 3 conversions, but I think we did all right considering the way that match went down. 26-0 though. We held them out, but they had a couple of really good chances. You got to say, they should have at least scored 1 or 2 tries in those chances. But the French D2 club come away empty-handed, 26-0. Oh, Jesus. Well, there we go. Another successful match by the Kings of Rugby in the return of Rugby 18. Now, yep, it's an interesting series to bring back, but it's something that, you know, a lot of you guys have been talking about, seeing some more Rugby 18. It is a game that has a lot of questions. It's a game that needs a lot of answers. And to bring back the Kings of Rugby is something that I've been wanting to do and something that hopefully you guys will enjoy as well. We're straight back into it, of course. We are way down in Division 4. We may as well have a bit of a look at, that's not the right button. We may as well have a look at the table, and you can just have a look at where we are. So we are in the 4th Division. Alongside these 3 teams that you can see here, we've played 4 games. We have 2 more to play. But this season really is a write-off. The seasons so far have been relatively easy, and we've got extremely good sides as well. When it gets really interesting is when we go up. So you can see here, Division 3 looks a lot tougher. Sides like the Cheetahs, Toulouse in there, Perpignan in there, Grenoble, Onyx, and of course Agen in there as well. A lot of French clubs in these lower divisions, which is a bit strange, but we're starting to get into top 14 sides as well. 2nd Division. Then, what have you got? You got Cheetahs again? That's a bit weird. Why do we have the Cheetahs twice? That is really a bit strange to have the Cheetahs in there twice. Regardless, Division 2, they're getting some really good sides as well. Some Pro 12 teams or Pro 14 teams. And, of course, some English sides as well. In the Gallagher Premiership these days, as they call it. Connor Benetton, sides like that. Before we get into the Premier Division, which you can see there are some top level sides, before we go into the Elite Division, which is the best of the best, and Italy. Why? I don't know why Italy is the only international side to be in this league division. Bizarre. You'd think some other, lower tiered international rugby sides would be in there as well if they had Italy, but no, the Italians are there. And to make it worse, they are 0-2 for their season. So that's the journey. If you've been tuning into the earlier episodes of the series, you would have seen us go from Division 7 to 6, and then, Division 6, that is there, to 5 to 4. So we're going to wrap this one up and quickly get into Division 3 and even further. Now, the Rugby 18 has returned. Of course, the side... You saw the side in the halftime break, but that is what it looks like. I mean, these ratings, even now, almost a year on, are even worse than they were at the time. Rico Ioane, you've got to say one of the best outside backs in the world now, rated just a 72, which is not very realistic at all. But overall, we're just going to get the best players we can get while trying to get some interesting guys in the side as well. We got these 3 guys who we loan out each and every week, so I've got to make sure we do that. A Lucan original that we picked up first season, and these guys really just unrequired. But that is it. We've returned back for episode 4 of this season with the Kings of Rugby. We'll wrap up these last 2 and then go again in the next division. That is my time done and dusted for today, guys. Hope you've all enjoyed it. We're back with a game against the London Irish. That'll be next episode. So let me know, what do you think? Happy to see Rugby 18 back. It's a weird game. That was the hardest difficulty, and we pretty much smoked them. Dominance, and I haven't played this game for a long time. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of Rugby 18, and of course the Kings Rugby. Help me build a side all the way to the Elite Division. For now though, that is my time. I'll see you all next time. Until then, as always, take care.